Yes, my people. Listen, welcome to another video. This one is a banger of a video. I'm telling you, there's so much gems that is involved in this call. This was like a real live call that I did with someone, and like you can see it firsthand how I broke down some of the limiting ideologies that he has about himself, and you'll be able to see the realization and the awareness. And if this is something that you can kind of resonate with, like, drop me a DM, bro. Just talk to me and we can sort something out, because I'm telling you, this video is crazy. Like, the amount of stuff that we talk about. We talk about his thinking, beliefs. We talk about why just listen, just watch the video. It's a good one. Watch it all, and like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, cool. So, what do you think for this conversation? Do you think we would need a whiteboard to explain things a lot easier, or do you think face to face would just be all right?
uh, what you think is best. I feel like maybe face to face would be calm. If it's just gonna, if we start on the beliefs part, you see where you were, what you were doing last week. If we start from there, and then we can what's it called?
Start from
We
where?
can
What I was
probably,
doing last week.
yeah. Remember, I think it was the last conversation we were having where you were saying how ideas shape your beliefs. If you get what I mean?
Yeah. Try and make your
So if
audio a little bit clearer, by the way, as well. Do you have
uh,
headphones in?
yeah, I'll go headphones in. I'll go headphones in.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool. So, what is it with ideas makes well, idea is a belief, by the way. They're two things. They're the same thing. An idea is simply a belief, but a belief is the idea of something. But I say we should just call it ideas because it makes it more fluid. When you look at it in terms of a belief, it's like it's not something you can change. It's not something that you can change. Do you get what I mean? Whereas if you used to look at all of your beliefs as just an idea of something, this is my idea of something. This is my idea of what I believe in. It becomes less stuck. Do you feel what I'm saying? It becomes less stuck
Yeah,
and more fluid, more open for you to actually change it because it's like, wow, because it's only an idea, that means I can change this. This doesn't
yeah,
mean it's stuck to me. Because what is an idea? Ideas come and go, right? Ideas come and go. It's just back and forth. Yeah, they literally come and go. An idea can come and you can forget and another idea. So it's the same thing. If we can just use that in terms of our beliefs, then we can understand. Do you get what I mean? Like, because a belief is not exactly truth. It's like a half truth. It's true to you, but it may not be true to someone else. So the best way to kind of explain it and the best concept that I would like to use for it is simply an idea. Look at your beliefs as if they are ideas. So if you have a certain belief about money that you don't like, you have to be like, this idea of money is just not serving me. This current idea that I have about money is not helping me. Let me actually change the idea. And you can change the idea. No, you don't have to get permission from anyone. The only permission you need is from yourself. Do you feel me? So, like, don't think you need like proof or permission to change your idea of something. You don't, because if it's already been done, then there's proof already. You don't need to be, you are going to be the proof, but you have to believe it first. You have to hold that idea first and believe it. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, now that's a
yeah,
lot better. Oh my gosh.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. So when it comes to your terms of like religion, right, and your belief
Yeah.
about like religion as you're a Muslim, all religion
Mm.
is, and like Christianity, Muslim, Buddhism, all religion is an idea about God. That's all it is, bro. So it is a belief that you have followed, but it's still simply an idea. It is so Muslims have their own idea of God. Christians have their own idea of God. Do you get what I mean? They have two
Yeah.
different ideas of it, right? One believes in Jesus Christ as the Savior, while the other one believes in strictly Allah and believes Jesus Christ as a prophet. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Correct, correct.
So it's simply just an idea of God. That's all it is. All religion is just simply one's idea of God. Literally, and it's like spirituality, like, and that's why to me, like, anyone that's like if you're a Christian, if you're like, I'm not none of them, right? But if you're a Christian, if you're Muslim,
Yeah.
I don't judge you. I don't look at you any different. I just look at you as like that is your idea of God. I have my own idea of God, and you have your idea of God. But the fundamental aspect of everything, even though we all have different ideas about how God may move or how he acts, it all comes down to one fundamental principle: is that we're all just trying to get closer to God. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
It's true.
so like that's why I don't understand why there's such like division when it comes to like religion. There's just so much like division. I don't know why. Like, do you get what I mean? It's a bit
Uh,
you both kind of believe the same thing. It's just you have a different way about it, a
ideology.
different, yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? You just have a different idea of it. Like you're not any different. And that's what the world does as well. The world tries to separate everyone from everything. And it's not even just the world, it's your ego. Your ego tries to separate everything. But everything is connected. Like we're no different from each other. And this is a bar, bro. I'm telling you, listen, like the reason why we're no different is because we all use one mind and we all have the same mind and we all use it. And this one mind, we can do numerous things with it. As you can see from past, right? We've been able to go to the moon, we've been able to build cars, we've been able to fucking use electric, we've been able to do all of these things. These are all from the one mind that we all have. We are no different from each other. The only different is the individuality that we have within ourself, which is the expression of how we use our mind. Do you get what I mean?
So,
That's
for
all it is.
example, so for example, link it back to how I was thinking earlier when you said this, that my idea of wanting to be punished almost instead of
Yeah.
seeing the other aspect. Would you say it's me using that one mind of mine in a negative way instead of trying to see the positive? Does that make sense?
100%. Right? 100%.
And I remember when I was telling you where I was saying about where you had a video about fake confidence and confidence, where I said, I know I'm not fake confident in the aspect of I don't really care about external validations, as in
Yeah.
strangers. I don't, you know me on a personal thing, but I don't really post on social media like that. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So I know I'm not really I don't seek the validation from outsiders, but I remember I was telling you where I do kind of seek validation from my family members or my friends, knowing that I'm a good person, if that makes sense.
That is still, you're still seeking validation, no matter if it's like friends or social media. Like, if there was no social, like, yeah, like you're still basically seeking validation from someone. So you're still craving external validation from other people other than yourself. And the aspect of you craving external validation, which is of you wanting to be good for someone else, is never going to really end well. Because one, you're not going to live for yourself. And two, it's just like I said, like being a good person is different to everyone. So you being a good person might be different to the person that you're trying to be good for. Do you get what I'm saying? So their idea of a good person is different, and it may not coincide. It may not coincide with how you feel about yourself or certain things. So you're gonna have you're gonna have contrasting things, because you're gonna try and be good on one hand because you want to be good for whoever it is that you want to be good for, because you want to, I don't know, you want some validation or something. But on the other side, you're thinking in your head, you're like, but this is not, I don't like, do you get what I mean? I don't like to do this, or I don't want to do this, or like, is
Yeah.
this fair on me? Do you get what I mean? So it's like you trying to do that is almost detrimental to yourself, your personal self. Do you get what I mean?
I get that. I get that. Then how do you find the balance then? Because, yeah, it's all well being good to yourself, but it's almost like, I get what you're saying, as in don't compromise your. Remember when I was saying about compromising?
Hmm.
How far do you go before you compromise to make the other person happy, or and then you're almost compromising yourself? Is that still the same as seeking external validation by
But
compromising?
it depends. Does you making that person happy make you happy? If it doesn't,
But or if it does, then is that because it would do? No, like
so
let's say for
if you make
example,
it, go on.
no, go on, say what you're gonna say. Sorry.
If you're making someone happy, but you making them happy makes you happy, I don't think that's
Yeah.
craving external validation
Okay.
because it makes you happy. Do you get what I mean? Whereas it's a bit different. Like if you do something because you want to make someone else happy and then it makes you happy along the sidelines, that's I don't see a problem with that. The problem that I
Okay.
see is that if you're trying to make someone else happy and it doesn't make you happy, there's a detrimental cost to yourself. Now that's up to you if you're willing to do that. Who am I to say? Do you get what I mean? If you want to live your life like that, you can live your life like that. But there's a cost. Do you get what I mean? If you want to live like that, you can. There's I don't see anything wrong with it. It just depends if you choose to do that or not. If you want to be happy or not. Do you know what I mean? But I know you've probably heard it like numerous occasions where people's like, I always give, give, give. I don't get nothing in return. Oh, but what about me though? That's
Yeah.
because all they've done is is act for other people and not themselves. Do you get what I mean? Whether it's family, whether it's friends, whoever it could be. But we always have, we all know someone that's like that. That's like, I'm not happy. What about me? Do you get what I mean? They never care about me. Well, that's because you didn't care about yourself first. Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
You put their feelings above yours. So naturally, what happens? This is what you see. Do you know what I mean?
See that.
So
Because even
like,
when you said that, that kind of resonated with me a little bit. Never fully, never fully expressed how it made me feel, if that made sense.
mm,
So when you said that like that, why does no one care about how I feel? It's because it's true. I never cared for them to hear it or
do you get what
said
I
it because
mean?
of that.
Because
Maybe that is something. But how do you get over that? How do you express how it made you feel without making them feel a certain way too? Or is that
shit,
something? Or
shit.
or is that something that you shouldn't care about? Or is that just how life is? You're gonna have to say things that and just understand that people are gonna have their own feelings or thoughts as well.
Well,
Does that make sense?
yeah, you kind of answered your own question. Well, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, but like, bro, no matter what, everyone's gonna have their own opinion. You can't change that opinion. Do you know why you can't change it? Because, like I said, our beliefs, our ideas, and our truths are personal to us. And this is what people don't understand, right? We live in such an individual world. Like, life is so individual. It's based on just us alone, our experiences, what we believe, what we see. That's all life is based on. So when we conversate with other people, you kind of have to have the understanding that they're living the same thing as you. What you see, they may not be able to see it. So some things you're just gonna have to say, and they're not gonna understand you because you live different lives. We're all individual. We all have individual experiences. We all have individual beliefs. We all have individual ideas. We all have individual truths. This life is very individual, as may as it may seem, but it's very personal. It's only us that can change things. It's only us that can interpret things in the way that we interpret it. So it's like people are always gonna have opinions, bro, no matter what, because and you're either gonna connect with them or you're not, because they're either gonna understand your where you're coming from or they're not. And if they're not gonna understand it, it's just simply because they can't, because this is something they can't see, it's something they haven't experienced. And you can't be upset with them about that. Do you get what I mean? And this is something that I struggle with as well. That you can't, it's something I've been learning recently actually, is like
yeah.
you can't be upset with that, bro. Like if someone has a different opinion to your, you want them to you can't make anyone understand you or force you to, like you just can't, bro. Like it just doesn't work like that. We all see different things, we interpret things in different ways, we all have lived a different life, we've all had a different upbringing. Yes, we all may be family or people may be close to you, but in those experiences, the experiences they have is very individualized, right? You have a siblings, right?
Yeah, I got siblings.
Yeah, exactly. So your life is might be completely different to your siblings. you both have the same mum, yes, but
Yeah, that's true.
your experience of your mother to both of you must be very, very different. Do you get what I mean? There might be some things she may agree with you and that you might not agree with, or you may agree with about your mum, or differences. Do you get what I mean? And there may be things that you might be able to see about rotted. I'm gonna have to do another meeting. Experiences that you have that you may be able to see that she may not be able to see. Do you get what I mean? Because you've all internalized your experiences different. Because
So
that's
what
just
you're,
life.
okay, so what you're saying is like, for example, we can experience the same person, but different, have the same interaction with the same person, but have the different experiences with that person. So that will
Ba-
shape our idea of that person almost.
Yeah. But that's based off
Okay,
of their
okay.
that's based off of their internal beliefs. Do you get what I mean? So there's probably something your sibling may have experienced that you haven't. So when maybe mum says something, it might trigger that
Mm,
internal feelings, and then it might resonate with her, whereas with you it might not. Do you get what I mean?
okay, no, I get you. But that leads me on to the next question and next aspect of, remember when I was saying, who says we deserve good lives? Like, do I deserve a good life
But
after?
these are what I'm saying. You're asking these are all the wrong questions to ask, because like I said, right, there's life and there's death. Yes. There's yes, there's life and there's death, but let's just focus on the life, because if we focus on the death, it's not going to be a very nice life. Do you feel me, bro? But
Yeah,
like you're saying, what did you say? Why do you deserve these things, or why do we deserve good?
yeah,
Why not,
yeah.
bro? Why not? Why don't you deserve good? Why? Why do you feel like that? Why don't you? I feel everyone deserves good. Everyone deserves good. And I'm pretty sure, I haven't read the Quran, but I'm pretty sure in the Quran it says that you deserve good, and that Allah says He wants good for all of His children, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. So,
That is
and
true.
you've come from Allah. So how could you not, why do you not deserve good? You do deserve good. You deserve everything. You
But
deserve it.
as you said, in traditional sense of, for example, if a man breaks the law, well, this is obviously, I'm not saying I don't deserve good. I'm not trying to contradict what you're saying, but I'm trying to almost see it, how to show you why I'm thinking this way of,
Hmm.
a man breaks the law, he gets punished. It's like, do you get what I mean? It's break the law, get punished, understandable. But where you've almost done bad things and you haven't been punished in the traditional sense,
But who
is
says you
it,
haven't been
why then do
punished?
you now?
Who says you haven't been punished? How do you know you haven't been punished? What, because you didn't get punished in the traditional sense?
Yeah, literally,
Yeah, but things
that's where the question comes from.
you don't like whatever, like, cool. You're saying you've done bad things in the past, whatnot. I'm pretty sure everyone's done bad things in the past, right? But holding on to it doesn't make sense. The first things first, you got to forgive yourself, because that is the past. That is not who you are now, and it doesn't define you. Yes, you may have done, like, the past is the past, bro. Like, you've already paid for the past. Right now, you're living in the present. You haven't paid for the present yet, but you will be if you keep condemning yourself in the present moment. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like, and it was Bob Proctor that actually said it. He said, bro, you don't need to pay for your past mistakes, because you've already paid for it in the past. Do you get what I mean? Like, you've already paid for it in the past, bro. You don't need to, like, you can sit down now and create new thoughts, and be a new person, and get rewarded for that. Like, the past is gone, bro. The past is gone.
Yeah,
That part is finished. You're not that person no more. Our body changes every year and a half. Every single cell in our body is new after every single year and a half. So technically, from a aspect where our body, our physical body, is only a year and a half old. Bro,
shit.
we change like night and day. So why are we still paying for things that we are not no more? Remember, you can only be conscious what you're being. And like I said, you're talking about punishment or being bad of stuff that you've done in the past, but someone that is being naughty gets punished because they are being naughty. Are you still being or doing those bad things? I don't think so. So why are you
No.
going to get punished for it? Only a naughty person can be punished for being naughty. Do you get what I mean? A criminal can be punished for being a criminal. You can only be punished for being something. If you're not being that thing, you do not need to worry about punishment. Do you feel me?
I get you still. That is a lot. That was a lot on my mind. Like thinking of, yeah, he's done bad things. You must get punished, or other people have been punished, or why did it not happen for me in the same sense of them, or
Nah,
almost why me? Why am I being not spared, but almost why am I not being? Why is God almost giving me the life I wanted, but not punish me in the traditional sense? And then you also said, why not you? And then
do you get what I
I
mean?
didn't have an answer for that.
But that's what
I
I'm saying. The
genuinely didn't have an
mind,
answer for that.
what we tend to do is just focus on like the negative aspects of things or whatnot, which is like, I don't know why. I think it's due to our like survival instincts in the past of or like when we was cavemen and our ancestors and stuff. But we just need to focus on the good. Like honestly, bro, just focus on the good. Forget the what if nots and hold on. What matters is the what ifs. What if I can do this? Okay, let's flip the perspective because, bro, like yin and yang, there's always opposites, bro. There's always, you just have to see the good in it. Cool, bad things have happened. Yes, that's fine. We can get past that. You're a different person. You create something new every single day. And you have to understand that the experience of whatever is gone. The only thing that's keeping it alive right now is your mental projection of that thing. So you're not even experiencing it physically no more, you're experiencing it mentally. And if you keep doing that, you're putting yourself in a mental loop where you're just stuck replaying the same things from the past when the physical has already expressed it. You've already paid for it in the physical. But because your mental mind won't let it go, you keep replaying things from the past and now you're stuck in this mental cycle. Whereas every day is a new day, bro. Like literally every day is a
How
new
do
day.
you, how would you almost let it go? Like, if that makes sense, how am I meant to let it go? 'Cause it's something that sticks with me. I won't lie to you, even when I'm having my best of days, and then I'm automatically driven back to like, oh, you're actually having a good day today. Like, but why you? Like, why is it? Why
I
are you
said, but
doing
why are
this?
you? That is,
It sounds so fucked. It sounds so fucked. I know what I say by my language. It sounds so tapped, but that's just how I feel. Like I'm thinking, like, yeah,
why are you? Why
yeah.
not?
Why me?
Every time that comes out, I need you to just say, why not me? Why not me? Because it's like, bro, you really like, and you're saying, how do you let go, bro? Personally, what's helped me? Just give it to God, bro. You don't have to fight all these battles by yourself, bro. Just give it to God, bro. Give it, release it. It's out of your hands. Release it. Give it to God. Do you know what I'm saying? Give it to him and just and let go, bro. Just let go. Do you feel me?
Mm.
Just let go. Hold on. The minute's gonna cut out. I've got to make another meeting room. Give me a second. Hold on. Okay. Cool. So like, cool. So obviously, going on with what we say, and I had to go on my notes because I had a little something as well that helps me, right? And it's like all of these things that you have, they're kind of like just excuses, bro. And I learned that from like Wayne Dyer, and like it's just like these are all limitations that's stopping you from reaching your full potential of who you should be. Do you get what I mean? But your old identity, your old beliefs, and your old ideas of things are keeping you stuck. So like, I want you to like, what would your life look like if you couldn't use these excuses that you have now? Hello? I can't even hear you.
Yeah, but no, I was saying I'll just be free. I feel like I would be more free. I feel like I'm almost using. It's almost paralyzing. Like I'm just waiting on the bad, if that makes sense. Like
Exactly.
I'm
So
almost anticipating the bad's coming, or it should be coming. Like because it's going so well, I'm thinking, why is it going so well? Or, do you get what I mean?
yeah, but you can have all the good in you in the world, bro. Like, I don't understand why. Who said there's a limit on how much good you can receive? Who said there is a limit, bro? Like who? I don't know who told. Who said there's a limit? That's what
Has
I want to know.
life.
Huh?
I don't know.
Whoever, whoever, whoever
It's
said there's a
just
limit like
almost.
that, we should find them and just box them. That don't make sense, man. Do you get what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Like, why is there a limit on the amount of good? There's so many people out there that their lives is they're living good lives, bro. Why can you not live good life? Why can you now not live a good life? Do you get what I mean? And this is what and going back to the moral principle of bad and good. Why bad and good doesn't matter? Because there's bad people in this world and they live wonderful lives, bro. They're not being punished. Do you get what I mean? Because they're not thinking in the terms of being punished. Same way there's good people. They don't have the best money in the world, or they do have the best money in the world. There's the same for everything, but it's just your thinking that overcomes all of that. Do you get what I mean? Because there is bad people in the world, bro. Just you get me. You seen the Epstein files? Do you get what I mean? He's doing madness, but he's
Yeah.
still living life. He's rich.
They're
He
doing
didn't get.
madness.
Do you get what I mean? He's rich. But why? Why is that? Why is he not being punished? Because he's not condemning himself for the things that he's done. Now, from a moral standpoint, that is terrible. Do you get what I mean? No one should be doing that.
Mm.
I'm not. Do you get what I mean? 100% no one should be doing
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah, yeah.
crazy whatever he's up to. But to understand it from an aspect of like, why is he not being punished? Because he's not condemning himself. I need to understand that everyone that is punished is because they condemn themselves first. Then punishment comes. And it's like in the Bible, it says, seek and you shall see. Do you know what I mean? What you are
Okay.
seeking will come
Okay.
towards you, bro. What you are seeking will come towards you. What you are seeing, what you are visualizing will come towards you. Why? Because everything starts up here first, bro. Everything, cause and effect. Do you get what I mean? If you really don't want the
Yeah.
bad to happen or you think it's good, you need to eradicate the bad things from your mind. You need to eradicate thinking like that. You need to eradicate because it's not true. I don't know who put that there, but that me personally, that is a limitation that I do not want to associate with. Like, why would you want to? And you don't have to associate with it, bro. Do you get what I mean? You can have all the good in the world that you want, bro. Who said otherwise? You can be rich. You can have your cake and eat it, bro. Do you get what I mean? Whoever said you can't, it's just, bro, that's their perception. You can have your cake and eat it, bro. And that's all this is about, bro. Like living a good, empowering life, bro. But in order to do that, we have to think empowering. We have to believe empowering. We have to believe certain things about ourselves. We have to have the right ideas so we can get the right results that we want. Do you get what I mean? It's like you can't be rich if you condemn the rich. You can't be rich, but unconsciously, every time you see the rich, you're in disgust. You see someone with money and you hate, oh, you must have been doing something bad. Do you get what I mean, bro? It
Mhm.
contradicts itself.
No,
You
I get
can't.
it. I
So
get it.
how can you
Yeah.
want good, but you're so focused on the negative? It don't make sense. You're contradicting yourself. You want good, but the other half of you is like, there's no such thing as good. And that's what's gonna happen. Whatever you keep replaying is just what's gonna happen. It's what's gonna show up in life. Do you feel me? So it's like you have to
No, when
ask
you say
yourself,
it
and it's the
like
same
that,
thing. I want you to, yeah, bro, like, I don't know, maybe write it down, but what would my life look like if I couldn't use these excuses? How would I feel? That should be big enough motivation to be like, "Do you know what? If I was to just change my viewpoint of this, I'll be able to live the life I want." And this is what I tell everyone, bro. You can live the life you want, bro. Like anyone can do what they want. Do you get what I mean? Anyone can do what they want.
Mhm.
Like I can do what I want. Anyone can do what you want. You can do what you want. One can do what you want. Anyone can do what they want. Like, you just got to choose it and then go through with it. Like I'm no different from Bob Proctor. I'm no different from anyone on this world that's in the same field that I'm doing that is quote unquote successful, and I'm not quote unquote successful. I'm doing the same things that they're doing. I'm posting videos. I'm talking about the same thing that they're posting. The only thing is they just have more recognition from the external world, but we're doing the same thing. It doesn't mean I am not successful, because if the money got taken away from them, they would be just like
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
They'll still be
Makes
making
sense.
content. They would still be successful. But then if the money was to get taken away from them, they would still get it again. Because what have they done? They just carried on. Do you get what I mean, bro? Like, yeah, bro.
No, so,
Like,
okay, so I've got to take away that. I've taken that away from what you said, though.
and
Why
also when,
not me?
yeah,
Why?
and also when you're saying like, do you not deserve it or whatnot? All those people that are in the office or wherever it is that you work,
Yeah.
you're no different from them. Yes, you might have a different skin color. Yes, whatever, but you are no different from them. You can have exactly what they have, and you can have even better. No one said otherwise. If you say otherwise, then that's what will happen. You will keep yourself trapped, and you don't want to keep yourself trapped, because the whole point of this is to not have limitations. It's to not have limiting beliefs. It's to not think in a limited or see things in a limited perspective. Do
Mm.
you get what I mean? Why not you? That's what it should be. Why not me? Why not me? Of course I can. Why not me? Do you know what I mean? Like, why not? Like,
Why not?
we're all the same. Why not? Do you get what I mean? Like, and if you, the more
And
you
that's
say it to
definitely
yourself, the
something.
more you will gas yourself up. You start to feel it. You get me? Yeah, yeah, you get me? Why not? Yeah. And you start, no, you start moving, man. Action. Everything starts flowing. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're not
Yeah. Why
frozen in
not?
fear. You're not paralyzed. You're not paralyzed by the invisible mental monster that you keep building in your mind. Do you feel me? And this is what a lot of people do, bro. They build mental monsters and make those monsters more powerful than they are. But what the thing that they don't realize is that mental monster is simply just them. So if that mental monster is powerful, you're more powerful because it is you. You created it. Do you get what I mean? People make problems bigger than they are when they don't need to be. They're never that deep.
No, when you say it like that, it's true.
It's
Why
never
not?
that deep.
That's something I'm definitely taking away from this conversation. Why not me?
Yeah, bro. Like, and the more you say it to yourself and actually believe it, the more you'll feel it, bro. And feeling is the key. Because then all of a sudden now, if you keep doing that on a consistent basis, all of a sudden those thoughts of those negative types of thoughts that you have will just disappear. And automatically you'll just be like, why not me, man? Do you get what I mean? And it will just motivate you, it'll just push you, and then you'll be guided by invisible force, by God, you'll be guided to just get to wherever it is that you want to get to, that you see yourself capable of going. It's quite amazing, actually.
No, I can't lie. Even the thought of why not me, I'm still trying to figure out. It's weird because I'm when you told me that I'm still figuring out why didn't I ask myself these questions already, or why am I even trying to answer the question? You know, you're saying why not you? Like
Hmm.
I'm even trying to think of a negative reason why it shouldn't be me
Mm.
instead of thinking of the positive thing. Like you said, yeah, why not me? Do you get it?
Yeah, bro. That's all it is. Like, why not you? Like, and you have to understand you have to do these things so you can move in a certain type of way, because if you don't, if you do it in a negative type of way, you're not going to be able to move. And then you'll stay stuck, and then you'll live a life that you don't want to live. And then life just runs you by, bro. You're old and grey, and then you're like, bro, what the fuck did I do with my life? You didn't do what you wanted to do because you was paralyzed by fear, by something that wasn't real, by something that you created in your mental mind. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sad, man. You don't want to live life like that. I know I don't. Hence the reason why I'm doing this. I learned some knowledge and now I'm trying to dish that shit out. Do you feel me? I
Nah,
want to
bro,
help
you
everyone.
yeah.
I want to help people. Do you get what I mean? And I enjoy it, innit? I enjoy it. I enjoy it, bro. Literally. Like,
Trust me, I appreciate it.
building up your self concept and your image of yourself, because it really does control your life and control your actions and control everything else. Do you have any other questions?
Let me check. Hold on. I wrote some down. I feel like I might have answered a few of them already. The last question I have is: do you think do you think life is easy and humans make it complicated? No.
I think life can be extremely easy, bro. Like 100% it can be, and it will be for my children. My life was at the start, I won't lie to you, I've gone through a little, do you get what I'm saying? A little rocky, whatever. But for my children, they're gonna say life's easy, and they're gonna adopt that ideology because of me. Because I've decided to adopt that ideology and go through with it. Do you get what I mean? And it's like I say, bro, whatever idea you take and whatever you consciously believe about the idea will be made manifested, bro. It will come to life as long as you believe it in your bones, in your heart, and in your mind. If you believe it on all three planes, you will get that result. It's the meanings that we interpret to things that make it harder than it is. It's like when it, like, for example, right, if we was to just like, if you was just to give your all, like, you put all your trust, everything into God and you did not worry, would life not be easy?
Yeah,
You
because
would be
yeah,
stress free. You'd be stress free,
of
right?
course, of
So
course.
why don't we do these things? Because we get distracted. That's why we let circumstance take over and we make it so bigger than it needs to do. Whereas we can be cool, calm, collected, and chill, bro. We can have faith in the Almighty. We can have faith in God, but we choose not to. We try to take it on by ourselves, which doesn't make sense, really. Do you get what I mean?
Don't. In the even in any aspect of religion, it don't. You should really put your faith in your God or what you believe
Exactly.
to
Exactly.
take on the burden or
To take on whatever it is and you let it go and you just, do you get what I mean? And then you're
really.
good. Like, that's all it is, man. Life is, what do you think? What do you believe? Do you believe it should be easy or not? Not should,
I
but maybe.
believe it should be easy, but not should should be. I believe life is easy, but I feel like it's not easy. My life has been nothing but hard. I
Of
won't
course.
lie. It's
Do you
only
know,
recently I feel like it's all. Go on.
life's easy when you
What were you gonna say, sir?
understand. Life's easy when you understand how it works. When you don't understand how it works, that's when it's not easy because you're going against the law. It's like if you drop a baby out of a window, gravity is not going to be
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, it's a baby. No, bro, it's just gonna, as sad as it sounds, but the baby's just gonna, because it's just following law. Do
In
you get what I
love,
mean? So
you.
if
Yeah.
you're not following the law, you're gonna get punished or you're gonna think you're making it harder than it needs to be. Whereas if you was to follow the law, life would become easy. It would become effortless. Do you get what I'm saying? But when you're not following the law of cause and effect, then life becomes hard. And most of us don't ever follow the law of cause and effect. I didn't in my life,
What
hence the reason
What
why I
is the
experienced
law? It's,
the law of
can
cause
you
and effect.
yeah.
Basically, the cause is mental and the effect is physical. So whatever you believe, you will see. Whatever you think. Like, go back to any aspect in your life, right? Where you thought of something and it happened. There's bare instances that you can think of. There's bare instances that you can think of where you've imagined something so vivid, so deeply, and it's happened, and you're like, wow. And then you're like, I knew it was gonna happen. See, do you know what I mean? I just knew it was gonna happen. But you
Yeah.
didn't know it was gonna happen. You made that shit happen because first, the first sign of creation, anything in creation, to create anything, right, is where does it start?
Yeah.
It starts in the mind. You can't create anything without it first being in the mind, without it first being invisible, and then it becomes visible. So that is the law of creation. If you want to create something, so if you want to create a good life for yourself, what do you have
Yeah.
to do? You have to go to the mind first. You have to vision it first. You have to embody that first. First, you get the perfect picture in your mind. And then after you get the perfect picture in your mind, you follow the picture, you follow the steps of the mind, and then take physical action, which then leads to the result of that manifestation, of that creation. Do you feel me? No matter how long it
Mm.
takes, forget the timing of it. If you to carry on and faithfully follow that vision in your mind, it will eventually appear in your life. That's how it works. That is the law of cause and effect. So if we understand that we create things from our mind, as we've seen, we have proof, laptops, buses, we're able to go to the moon. Elon Musk wants to take us to fucking Mars. We have TVs, we have frying pans, we have new businesses, we have AI. These are all things that people had ideas about, but they first thought about it in their mind. Then they started to act upon it.
Mm.
That's all reality creation kind of is. So it's like if you look at it like that and you say, cool, okay, so if my life right now is a result of things I don't like, and we create things through pictures in our mind, ask yourself, what have I been picturing? What have I been visioning? How have I, what do I believe myself to be? Do you get what I mean? And you can have two conflicting beliefs. Your conscious mind and your unconscious mind can have two different conflicting beliefs. So you have to understand what your unconscious mind's beliefs are, but you use the conscious mind to direct the unconscious mind. Do you get what I mean? To change the beliefs or the thought process that you have yourself. Say that again.
How would you get to the I say how would you get to understanding what your unconscious mind
You have
thinks?
to be consciously
So,
aware of what you're thinking. So, for an example, let's say you go to the gym, you're lifting weights. What is your
mm.
first thought when you pick up a heavy weight? Some people's first thought is like, I can't do this without even trying. Do you
This
get
is
what I mean?
heavy.
Without even trying. But then people don't zoom in on that. People don't zoom in on the fact of, wait, hold on a minute. Why is that I can't do it my first? So so it's like you have to think about this. When you um interact with a barrier or an obstacle, my first automatic thought is I can't do this. Or when I interact with something that's a little bit difficult than usual, my first thought, my first that comes to mind is I can't do this. Why is hold on a minute? Do you get what I mean? And you have to become aware of those moments because that is where your unconscious beliefs are about certain things. You have to be consciously aware of what your mind says on an automatic basis. And you have to understand it. And also you have to understand where you get emotional about certain things. So if someone says something to you and you get emotional, 9 times out of 10 behind it, there is an ideology that you have that is kind of ticking over, you must say. So to understand it, you have to be consciously aware of what you're thinking. And it sounds like mad, like I'm not saying you got to sit there and just, you know what I'm saying, watch your thoughts, but you have to be
Mm.
aware of what you're thinking. For example, it could be something small. You get an idea comes into your mind, you're like, oh, that's a good idea. And then a couple seconds later, it's like, it's not going to work because of this. I can't do this for this. How am I going to do this because I ain't got the money? Ruh, ruh, ruh. Why is that is your automatic thought process? So that must be automatic truths that you believe, but that is based off of your past experiences. Do you get it? And then you'll be able to understand the limiting beliefs about yourself, and then you'll be able to override them because you'll be able to see the patterns, the negative thought patterns that you have whenever it is time to take action. Do you get what I mean?
I get you still. I get that part. I get that part. It's almost like it's almost trying to. It's the bat. It's where the. It's almost like the battle's lost in the mind before you've even tried. Almost.
Yeah, bro. Do you get what I mean? Because of your unconscious or whatever you believe, like automatically, bro. And if you tell yourself you can't straight away, bro, you're done, man. You can't. You won't. It's just the reality of life. You won't.
Oh shit!
Do you get what I'm saying? This is why I say
Can't lie. This. That's the.
no. Sorry to
Go
cut
on.
you. This is why I say know thyself. So no one else can tell you who you are. know thyself. So no one in the world or no one outside of you can tell you who you are or who you believe yourself to be. You must know yourself, because if you don't, other people are going to tell you who you are. Other people are going to tell you what you should have, and other people are going to tell you what you deserve. There is no limitation to what you deserve. There is no limitation to anything on this planet. If it is on this planet, if it is on Earth, it is ours for the taking because God created it. It is that simple. We can have anything we want, whether you're religious or not. But in the Bible, and I haven't read the Quran, but in some parts of the Bible, it says, first seek the kingdom of God, and the rest will be added onto you.
Mm.
You can have
All right.
anything you want. I'm pretty sure the Bible doesn't talk, I'm pretty sure the Quran doesn't talk about lack. It doesn't.
No, don't.
So why are we thinking in terms of lack? I'm pretty sure the Quran doesn't talk about limitations. It says in the Bible, it says faith moves mountains. So why are we fear? What are we fearing? Why do we keep living in fear?
That's another question I need to ask myself. I couldn't tell you. It's almost that. Remember,
It's
I think I
conditioning, isn't it?
asked on one of your asked it on one of your lives, are you still living in survival mode? But I don't think you knew it was me that asked it.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
I
genuinely.
didn't. I didn't. Yeah, like not
Because
as
I
much.
caught myself as
Go on, say it. Like you can, you.
no, I was gonna say what's it called with the survival mode. I asked you because I caught myself thinking, shit. Yeah, I moved away from the external survival mode. Maybe I'm not living in survival mode externally, not always looking over my shoulder. Like even right now, bro, I'm walking on the strip. You get it? We're having this
Yeah,
conversation. I'm walking on the strip in front of a lake, sitting on a bench. Where we're
that's
from,
lit.
we wouldn't need. Do you get it? Do you get what I
Yeah,
mean? Even that little aspect, I know I'm not in that survival mode physically no more, but sometimes mentally, I still catch myself thinking, yeah, why not? What like? Why am
cool.
I
So
living this so freely life? Like, you get it?
cool. So mental survival mode is basically thinking in fear, thinking worst case scenario, thinking in scarcity, thinking in lack, thinking in limitation. That is survival mode. Mental
So I'm still on then.
thinking. To come out of that is
Oh,
to think
congratulations.
in not limiting ways. Do you get what I mean? So to think in faith, to think in abundance, to think in there's no limitation, to think in possibility of good things, to think of good, to think of all of these things, because life is just an interpretation of us and what we believe and what we see. Because, like I said, we can have two different experiences and have different outcomes of it, but it's our internal awareness that brings the interpretation. Do you feel what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
the best thing is to get out of the internal survival mode, which is fearing things. Like there's nothing to fear, bro. Like what are you scared of, bro? Like why are you scared? Do you get what I mean? Why are you scared of what other people are gonna think? Why are you scared of that means the dream that you have is not big enough, or you just it's not worth it to you, or do you get what I mean? It was like I made a video today. It's like you've let someone grab your belief and just snatch it from you, like taking candy from a toddler. Do you feel me, bro? And it's like, bro, that's mad. That's madness. How are you gonna let someone come and do that to you? How are you letting people
That's how
come and
it's
just
well, still.
diminish? Do you get what I'm saying? How are you gonna let people come and diminish you and just take things without that don't make sense. You're gonna do you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Bro, you do not have to battle with life. No one has to battle with life. The only thing you have to do is choose your thoughts, agree with those thoughts, And that's all you have to do, bro. Don't worry about everything else, bro. It always goes to plan. You're fine. Do you get what I mean? And even then, like, bro, you're fine right now. Like, you're so fine. You have all of these fears, but you're here and you're fine and you're doing well. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You like, you're good, bro. Like, there's no, like, you're good. Like, you're
I
good,
get
man.
you still.
There's nothing to fear, bro. There's nothing to fear. And it makes it a lot easier because you are religious, bro. So it's like, bro, there's nothing to fear, bro. You get me? You have God, bro. There's nothing to fear. What are you fearing, bro?
Oh, no. It's almost, the next one is almost a fear of not completing what I want for myself, or not getting to that, or not achieving
Why would
what
you not
I
achieve
feel
it?
like I don't know. Just,
How can you
I
not?
don't know, external factors, anything.
But let me ask you something.
There's-
So let's say you have someone. Oh, 10 minutes done already, right? Let's say you have someone.
Yeah,
They've created a mental image in their mind. They stay focused on the mental image. Now, fuck all that. That's too. Listen, all the successful people you know right now, how did they get there?
yeah. They worked hard on it, innit? They just kept working hard on it.
Working hard's
Kept doing.
that's for another topic. They carried on. They was
That's
consistent in what
another.
they was doing.
They carried on. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They never gave up, innit?
They
Like they
didn't give
just carried on
up.
doing.
No matter how long it took them, they didn't give up. They saw something and they said, "This is what I want." Maybe if you feel like that is not what you want. You haven't found out what you want. Find out what
Mm.
you want. And you would not give a toss about how long it takes. Find out what you wouldn't give a toss about how long it takes because you are just doing it. You wouldn't care
I get
because
you.
you're just doing it. You're creating the mental image that you've seen, that you can see. And this is another thing. If you get upset, hold the mental image of what you want in your mind above all. So whenever you feel down, you go back to that mental image and you're like, no, yeah, no, that's how I'm gonna live my life. That's how I'm gonna, you know what? That's how I'm gonna let me go and do this. Do you feel me? And it's like, bro, like you're talking about external things getting in the way. We don't, whenever we imagine something or we want to create something, we always think it's going to be a straight line like A to B. That's how we imagine it, but that's not how
Mm.
it happens, right? God has other plans. He does it in his own timing or whatever. It happens when it happens, right? Just
True.
because it's not happening in the straight line that we thought doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Things have to happen so we can go along the way and grow. It's the same thing with me. I've been trading for 2 years. For the first year, I was kind of doing it by myself and learning on YouTube. My friend told me, oh, I have this mentor. I said to myself, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm finding my own way and I'm going to do it. Somehow, some way. Actually, I'll tell you, I lost all my money. I won't lie to you. I lost so much money during trading. I lost like 13 grand. Yeah. I said, you know what? I said, you know what? Let me go. Do you get what I mean? But imagine now if I was
Yeah.
like, I lost 13 grand. This is not for me. And I quit. No, somehow I still ended up on that path. Somehow now I'm with that mentor and now I'm doing better than I was ever doing before. Do you feel me?
No, I get you. I get you.
Somehow. So
Makes sense,
that
doesn't it?
thing that was initially an obstacle was what? It was an opportunity because that obstacle made me go and meet my mentor. And now, a couple of months later, I've had my first profitable month. But if I didn't go through that obstacle, I wouldn't
I've
be
not
where
got
I
to
am
them.
today. Do you get what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
So it's like we have to go through things. And this is why now, that is a beautiful lesson. This is why now I try not to see obstacles as obstacles are opportunities, bro. I love an obstacle because it's like, yes. Do you feel me? Like obstacles are beautiful because I know the obstacle is to the next stage, bro. It's to the next level. But if you just keep seeing it as an obstacle and you let your mind get stuck on it, then that's what's gonna happen. That don't make
Oh,
sense. Imagine if I did that and I just gave up. Imagine I did that, then I wouldn't have got to where I got to. I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't be doing as well. I wouldn't be doing these things because I let the obstacle get in the way because I thought I knew the way. Because I thought I was gonna make it that way. Do you feel me? Because the ego driven, bro, just let the fuck go. Do you get what I mean? Let the fuck go,
yeah.
bro. If you really want that thing, and I need to understand what we desire, we always get, no matter what, no matter how long it takes, whatever we want, we will always get it, no matter what. So no matter what, I took obstacles, I took L's, I took this. Somehow I'm still here on the path and I'm rolling because I didn't let the obstacle get the best of me. There will be obstacles, bro, but it's about how you look at those obstacles. If you don't look at them as obstacles, you will go far. You will go quicker than it will take you quicker to get to wherever it is that you need to get to.
Okay. See them as opportunities. So I need. It's like a mind shift. I need to now shift my mind almost.
This is what
So,
I'm saying.
so
This is why I
first take
say,
away the negative out
yeah,
negativity. Okay.
this is why I say everything is to do with the mental, bro. If you want to perform well, your mental has to be correct. It's like you could be talented, but if you have a mental block, that talent's only going to go so far unless you remove the mental block that you have. And this is what I'm saying. A lot of people don't realize that they have mental blocks, hence the reason why they have physical blocks in their life. Anytime you have a physical block in your life, it is a reflection of the mental block that you believe up here first. So anything you don't like in your life, you need to understand it. You need to understand what is my belief towards this certain thing of why there's a limitation or a block on this, because this is not what I want. Do you feel me?
I feel.
I'm telling you, this is why I say like the mental is the this it's the cause of everything, and people just think it's some roo ha ha type shit. No, nigga, this is real life. The mental is the cause of everything. The mental will help you act. The mental there's a process, bro. There's a process. It's the mental creation first, and then it's the mental ideas that you get. And then what happens? You have to act on the mental ideas. But before you can act on the mental ideas, you have to have mental self-concepts of yourself that will allow you to act on those ideas. Now, once you act on those ideas, the idea was the facilitation of the creation turning into physical. So once you act on those ideas, the result starts to appear. Oh, sounds like I was rapping. Crazy work. But listen, do you get what I
Hey,
mean?
no, you're dropping bars. You're dropping bars, bro.
Do you get what I mean? But it's
No,
like
real nice. You're
that's
dropping
how
bars. It's too.
like that's how it works. But everything started in the mental. So you need to have a positive mental self-concept of yourself. You need to have positive mental beliefs, and you need to understand how cause and effect works. And then you'll be able to create anything that you want in life, bro. No matter how fucking long it takes, bro. Do you get what I mean? Why is Dave
Yeah.
who calls themselves the GOAT in music or whatever? Have you know anyone that calls themselves the GOAT in music? It's because they believe that of themselves. So now everyone else is calling them the GOAT. Do you get what I mean? Now everyone else is calling them the one. Now everyone else is like, yeah, no, you have to believe it yourself first before the world gives it to you. You can't let the world give it to you first because the world will just take it away. And then once the world takes it away, it's gone. How are you gonna get it back? You might have just got it through luck. Anything you want in this life, give it to yourself first. Create the mental picture of it first, and then not manipulate it, and then what's the word? Copy it into the physical. Act on it. Act on it. Act on the ideas. But if you ain't got the right self-concept, the right identity to act on it, you're not going to be able to move and you're going to stay stuck. And what is that? None of that is to do with physical. None of that is to do with the physical. That is all to do with up here. That is all the cause. Because you doing the action is kind of just the last step of entering the effect phase. Don't you understand? Action. After act, people think action is the cause, but it is not. The cause was up here all along. Action is simply the effect of you doing the cause that your mental told you to do.
Hey, that's real. That- I'm no, real life is for real. For real.
Real life.
Everything you've been saying, I've been taking off you. I've taken that in. Hopefully I'm gonna try to act on that in my life and see maybe in a week's time, see how I work at work. For example, I got into a new stage at work where everything is harder. Like in my head, I'm saying, fam, how am I gonna do this? But do you get what I mean?
See
Like
what I'm
everything just
saying?
seems harder. So I'm thinking, gonna feel like I can't
Be-
do this no
Because
more.
it's you saying
Almost
that.
when I'm at work. So it's me, yeah, it's true. It's me telling myself already, saying this is harder, but I was doing. It's the same exact work that I was doing a year ago.
Do you get what I
It's just
mean?
now you get it. So I'm gonna actually take what you're saying and try adopt it into my life and see if it can, even if I know nothing changes overnight, or
You'd be
but
surprised
I just
though.
want to see
If you
how my
You'd be surprised. Listen, it's gonna cut in 5 seconds. So I'm gonna call you, but listen, if you guys like that, like, subscribe.